Hey everybody, it's Michelle Caswell with Purely His. And I know it's not Friday night, which is normally when we do our Friday Night Live. It's Thursday, so we're doing Thursday Night Live tonight because I have plans tomorrow night, which I'll tell you about here in just a second. I'm going to wait just a second till a couple of you jump on. Listening to a really cool song right now. Great are you, Lord. Hey, Tessie. I see you on there. Hey, Mercedes. Hey, can you guys see each other? Like when different people pop on, or can you only like see it if somebody comments? I'm curious about that. Hi. Mercedes, so can you see that Tessie's on here? Or does she have to actually comment before you can see that she's on here? I'm just curious, like how that part works on your end. Okay, I see. Cool. Yay! Well, I was going to do, hold on, let me turn this down just a little bit. So I was going to do my Friday Night Live tomorrow night, but I'm like, I'm doing a book signing in Wairika, and it's like right during that time. So I still might go live, but I'm not going to do it like my typical Friday Night Live. So I just thought, you know what, I'll jump on tonight and kind of share with you guys what's been on my heart, what the Lord has been like reminding me of, and I think He wants me to remind all of you of. Tessie says it says who is watching. Okay, cool. I never knew that. I never knew if like other people, like if it was more of a community thing where people could see who else was on there, or if it was just like you with me directly. So, anyways, good to know. I'm gonna pull this up really fast. Well, I'm excited for tonight. I kind of just did this like an impromptu thing, so I just figured, you know what, I just want to get this message out there, so I'll just see who jumps on, and whoever jumps on, awesome, we'll do this together, and anyone else can just watch the replay. That's how we're going to do this. So I don't know if you guys have plans for tomorrow night, but we are doing a book signing, or I'm doing a book signing tomorrow night at the Christian bookstore that's in Wairika. And it's on Minor Street. It's called R&J Christian Books and Gifts. So if you haven't gone in there yet, tomorrow night would be a great time to go. There's going to be the art hop going already from 5 to 8. So all of Minor Street's going to be open, and lots of, food and art and different things. And I'll be doing the book signing inside of the Christian bookstore. So it'll be a great time for you to come in and say hi to me, but also to meet the owners there. They have a really cool story for like how they started. And I just want to bring as much business to them as possible. They do have some like really cool like journals and books and signs for the wall. They have jewelry like, with crosses on it, and just some really cool stuff. So I would just encourage you to come and say hi to me. And if there's anyone that you know, in the area that you have been wanting to introduce to me, or has been curious about Purely His, it'd be a great time for them to come in and meet me. I don't think it's going to be like super busy or anything, so I should have time to, talk with people or pray with people, and I'll definitely have time to sign books. So I'm excited about that. All right, so I am going to slide these comments over. There was just a few things that the Lord really put on my heart this week that I just wanted to kind of come on here and share with you, like how it touched me and what it reminded me of, but also to, help you, because I know if it helps me, it's going to help you too. So I was at church the other day, and there was really good worship, but the song that came on that really got to me was Great Are You, Lord, and I think it's by Bethel or something like that. I was just listening to it. I guess I could look on here and see what it said. But it's Great Are You, Lord, all sons and daughters. And anyways, as it like gets into the chorus, it talks about, it's talking straight to the Lord, and it says, it's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise, And as I was like singing that, I was thinking, man, Lord, like, I can't even praise you without you putting breath in my lungs. Like, I can't even live without you putting breath in my lungs. Like, the things we take for granted are crazy. And so that just started me like down this whole train of thinking about how, there's that saying that goes around, you never know how much you need God until, God is all that you need. Or I'm sorry, I'm tongue-tied. When God is all you have, you realize that God is all you need. And I remember actually saying that when I was in rehab. It's like, now I know that God is all I, need. Because it's like, that's all I had. Like, everything was stripped from me. And some of my own doing, and some, God stripping me. And I started thinking about how so many people wait until they hit rock bottom before they're like, I need God, or, God really is all that I need because he's really all that I have. And I started thinking, like, do we really need to hit rock bottom before we actually come to the realization that we need God more, like every single day than just when trials and tribulations hit? And I think that we just really need to start changing our mindset and realize that as Christians, as people, as human beings, we need God every single second of every single day. And not just when we need a miracle, and not just when we hit rock bottom, and not just when somebody, is in like dire straits. I think that we just need to change our mentality and change the way that we think about our need for God, and realize we actually need him right here, right this second. So if you're going through a good time right now, if you're going through like the, that time of your life where you're just smooth sailing, you still need God, because you need him to breathe. You literally need him to stay alive. You need him to breathe. You need him in every single one of your relationships. If you want a good relationship at all, you need him for everything. And I just want to like save some people some heartache. Like, you really do not need to get to a place where you need God because God is all you have, or you realize you need God because you've hit rock bottom. How about realize that you need him right this second? That is a much more, that makes life a lot easier. You just don't have to go through some of the things that I've gone through to get to where I'm at, in the sense of knowing that I need God. I need him for everything. It's not just like for emergencies, but it's for every single second of every day. I started thinking like still, as I'm in church and I'm listening to the song and I'm praying and I'm singing the words, and I started thinking like, not only do I need breath from God to be able to even sing this song, but I need breath to live. And I started thinking like, I can't even like drum up my own faith to even believe in God. Like, I even need him to give me faith so that I can turn it around and believe in him. I can't love other people or even love God if God doesn't give it to me first. And so I just started thinking about all the ways that I actually need God. And ever since I did that, just since Sunday, I just have been feeling so much better because my dependence is on him and not on myself and not on my circumstances, which is really starting to change my perspective. And I used to live like this. Like, I started living like this when I was in rehab. And that's what started getting me to that place where I was all in with Jesus, where I started realizing my desperate need for him. And of course, in the beginning, that came out of like my desperate need to go to heaven and not go to hell. That's where that started. But I just started realizing that, he was my everything. Like, he is the great I am. So he's every single thing that I need. If I need comfort, he's my guy. If I need healing, he's my guy. If I need breath in my lungs, he's my guy. If I need love, if I need encouragement, if I need a purpose, if I need a relationship restored, whatever it is, he is my go-to. He is the great I am. And I really realized that way back then, 13 years ago. But this last Sunday, I started to realize it again. And I realized that even if I'm going through a good time, or a bad time or whatever, if I'm in the valley or I'm on the mountaintop, it doesn't matter, man. I need Jesus all the time. And I never want to get to a place where I'm so arrogant that I forget that I need him. And it's not that we do it on purpose, especially when we're going through a good time. It's not that we do it on purpose, but we need to do it on purpose to not forget. It's like sometimes we just go, oh, whatever. It's, I don't really need him that much. I'm not really thinking about him that much. I don't feel as desperate for him as I used to. But I think we need to stir up that desperation again. I think that we need to stir up that need again. And we need to remember that we need God every single second of every single day, no matter what. The good times, the bad times, no matter what, we need him. And so I know that like back in the day, pre, going all in with Jesus, I dated a lot and I would, call it running game on guys. So I would, it was all about like the game that I would play with them. And if I really, really liked them, if I even felt like maybe I was falling in love with them or whatever, I would never tell them. I would never tell them that I needed them because that would make me appear weak. That would make me appear vulnerable. And sometimes we carry that kind of mentality into our Christian walk. And we don't want to tell God that we need him. We don't want to be vulnerable with him. But we really need to, because the truth is we do need him. And, there is no game playing with God. He already knows that we need him, and we need to confess that we need him, and we need to live in a manner like we need him. I was thinking about how, like, even in my relationships, like my marriage and my family relationships, like sometimes, especially when things are hard, one of the things that I'll do is I'll say, okay, Lord, I need you to fill me right now. I need you to anoint me right now for this task. I need you to anoint me to be a wife right now. I need you to fill me up and use me and be a good wife to him, like through me. It's like, I have to realize that if I really want to be good at something, whether it's a wife, a mom, a minister, a friend, a sister, or whatever, I really need God to do that through me. And so I just really felt led to come on here and just share with you like that God is restoring that need for him, that knowing that I have a need for him, and I'm loving it. So I really just want to encourage you to stir up that need for God. Like, you definitely need God. Every single person in this entire world needs God every single second of every single day, including you and including me, no matter how good things are. And so it's up to us, though, to stir that up inside and to confess that out of our mouth. Like, God, we seriously need you. We need you every single second of every single day, and don't ever let me forget it. But it's so much better if you keep reminding yourself instead of him having to remind you, because when he reminds us, it usually is a little painful. And I hate being reminded of things like that. When I go through a trial, especially like with one of my kids or something, and it has me like on my face and like begging God and I need him and praying fervently, it's like, you know what? I need to pray fervently and tell him that I need him on a good day. Like, why do I have to wait for a trial to happen? Why do I have to wait for some, tragedy to strike before I confess my need for God? And so anyways, this is literally just a lesson that God is reteaching me, and he did it in such a nice way this week because it came through a worship song, so it felt good. It was not any trial that I'm going through. It was literally just through a song, him reminding me that it's him that put the breath in my lungs. And so it's with the breath that he put in my lungs that I turn it around and I praise him. And so it was a nice, sweet way that the Lord reminded me that I need him. And so I would encourage you to hurry up and figure that out before it takes another trial for you to go through before you realize and have to confess out of your mouth again that you need God. So anyways, I just wanted to come on here and just quickly share with you what happened this week and what it's reminding me of and how it's actually changing my perspective and changing the way that I feel. Like, I actually feel really good. I have felt pretty awesome since Sunday, since reminding myself how much I needed God. And I think part of what that is it like relieves some some pressure off my shoulders, that I was kind of packing around some stuff all on my own, kind of depending on my own strength. But also, it's just helped me feel like even closer to the Lord, like he knows I need him and I know I need him. So we have this pretty vulnerable relationship going on, and I can go to him for anything. There's nothing too small or too big that I can't go to him with. And so I just feel, I feel lighter, I feel happier, and I don't feel alone, like it's all on my shoulders, and it's just a good place to be. And it literally just came out of me hearing a song and confessing out of my mouth, yes, God, I need you, even if it's not hard right now. I literally need you every second of every day. Every time I take a breath, I need you. And so anyways, I just encourage you to go to the Lord and be vulnerable with him and let him know you need him, even if you're in a good, time of your life. It's just important that you confess that and that you live that way, that you live in a manner that shows that you need God. So anyways, I'm going to flip these over to the side, and hey, Jay. Hi, Paulina. Hey, Cammie. Cammie says, that's cool. I've been playing that song A Grip lately. That's cool. Hey, Olivia, and hey, Terry, and Chris, and Zapata. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Like I said in the beginning, I normally do the Friday Night Live on Friday nights at 5:30, but tomorrow night I'm doing a book signing in Wairika at a new Christian bookstore called R&J Christian Bookstore and Gifts. And anyways, I'll be there from 5 to 8 tomorrow night, so I would encourage you to stop by and see me, or if you have any friends in this area that you want to meet me, send them by. I'd love to talk to them, pray with them, sign a book for them, and also for them to, check out this new Christian bookstore. Cammie says, better is your worst day with God than your best day without God. Seriously. I'm telling you, man, I have been under such severe spiritual warfare and just really going through a lot of ups and downs, spiritually. But this last Sunday, it was I was on such a high. And I really believe that the high came from me just literally confessing that I need God for every single breath. And it was I just had this total, not an awakening. That's such a weird, new age word. It wasn't an awakening. It was just a reminder, because I knew this before, but God was bringing that back to me. And just me confessing that, I feel so much better. I'm telling you. So confess your need to God. Tell him that you need him. You do, so it's the truth. And just start walking closer to him and thanking him even for the breath in your lungs. It's crazy, man. God is so good. He's so good. And you do need him, and I need him. And when we really start to depend on him, things get a lot easier. For those of you who own your own business, I see Sarah Jo on here. You owning your own business, that's a heavy load. But if you confess that you need God to even sell real estate, it's the load gets lifted off of our shoulders, and we realize that we have a partner even in our business. When you're single and you're going through life single, if you confess your need for God, it's he fulfills so many of our needs that we start to even wonder, gosh, do we even need somebody else in our lives? Because wow, he really fulfills all of our needs. It's amazing, and my mind is literally blown this week, and I feel on cloud nine. I'm very excited for I just feel my relationship with the Lord is just getting revived right now. And so when we get off of this live, I really want you guys to look up that song and let me look it up again. I don't know why I can't remember dumb small stuff like this, but Great Are You, Lord, All Sons and Daughters lyrics. That's how I looked it up. Anyways, it's amazing, and it talks about how it's the breath in our lungs that God gives us, and then we take that breath and we pour it right back out to him. And that's how he works. It's he gives to us to actually give through us, and it all goes right back to him. It's all for his honor and his glory. But to just realize God actually wants to give us breath, and he wants to give us love, and he wants to give us encouragement, and he wants to give us relationships. He wants to give us all this stuff, peace and joy and promises and purpose and all this stuff. It's like he gives it to us just so we can give it right back to him and then pour out to other people. It's insane. So anyways, insane in a good way. I used to be insane and that was not good. But this is insane in a really good way. God is super awesome. And I just want to encourage you to just go to him today and confess your need for him and really walk in a manner like you actually do need him, because you do. We all do. Hey, Darlene. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Janetta. Hey, Lily. Gosh, I haven't seen you forever in person. Hey, Chris. It's good to see you all on here. Well, I hope that you are encouraged. I'm encouraged. And like I said, it's literally just came from a song. I sang it out loud. I confessed that it was actually the real deal. It was actually the truth. And this whole week has been really awesome. I literally feel so much better. So as soon as we get off of here, get that song out on YouTube and like blast it and sing it several times until it just like kind of sinks into you, because it's amazing. And it's just, I just feel like God breathed on that song. I don't know, something, I don't know, it's pretty awesome. It's anointed. So anyways, I love all you guys, and it's good to see you on here. And like I said, I'm not gonna do a live tomorrow night in this type of way. I might still do a live just to like show you around the Christian bookstore, and I might have something to give to you, but it won't be like our normal every week, like Friday Night Live. So anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'm very excited to, I'm excited to like just love the Lord and love people, because that's literally the bottom line. That's all we have to do. We literally nail it if we just love God and just love people. That's all we need to do. It's so easy, and we complicate it, and it's just not that complicated. I love you too, Sarah Jo. Seriously, I would love to get together with you. It has been a while. I know we were going to do that a while back, and we didn't, but I would love to get together with you. All right, well, you guys have an awesome night.